I wish he wasn't right in the sun. He was just over our head. Beautiful. Good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome spring. It's Saturday out in the woods in Indiana, and it is a very comfortable 72 degrees today. The warmest day so far of 2022, and Crystal and I found our way to get out here into the woods today to do some cutting of lumber for firewood. We have lots of dead on the ground and in the air, so there will not be a lack of work to do. And it's not too wet, so it's not going to be a muddy mess. But let me show you what I've got here to focus on today. This guy. He is a big cuss. I don't remember how long he was when I measured him first time, but I'm going to say it's, we'll find out. Probably 40 feet plus of usable, and then that big top over there. So, no time but the present. Let's get going. A lot of gadgets out on the market these days for measuring, but I just still think it's just as easy with a tape measure and a piece of chalk. It occurred to me that the saw is still in winter mode. I'm going to go get the screwdriver and see if I can get that set to summer mode before I start sawing. With this warm weather came a lot of wind too. Hopefully it won't be too obnoxious. I need a bigger screwdriver. Doggone it. Well, let's go see what we can find. This little guy right here is what I'm messing with, that orange piece. And if you look real close, you can see maybe there's a snowflake right under my thumb. And the idea is that it changes the way this thing runs. I don't know by how much, but it does. So you got to get in there, pop it out, and I think what you do is flip it around. Summer, winter. Only goes in one way and clicks when you're done. So now we're back to warm weather mode. It has been months since I ran a chainsaw. We are 3 or 4 months behind on cutting firewood because of bad timing on weekend weather and other first world problems that the Okie girl and I have had to deal with since, shoot, maybe November, October was the last time I was out here cutting. We sold everything we cut, which was kind of a surprise. We hadn't planned it that way, but that's how it worked out. We just cut so much last year that we knew we wouldn't get through everything that we'd split, and we didn't want to see it go to waste. Okay. Half choke. might take a minute. Well, I don't know what's wrong with it. It doesn't want to spin on the bar. And I don't believe I bent the bar that last cut. So we'll have to take it apart and see what we find. So take a look at this boy, this big boy. This is the bottom round that I cut off of the base of that tree over there. Anything further to the right on that tree was done, it's trashed. I could not carry this from over there. I had to roll it through there and over to here. Somebody I think called this a swamp oak, but I'll tell you what, it is heavy. 16 inches, I believe. $15 and a half. Okay, I'll take that. But look at this. 19 inches across. Goodness. I'll have to do the math on that later. But That is one out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14 rounds just cut in a few minutes. And it's going to take me more time to get them up to the splitter and split than it took to cut them. I was able to revive the saw. It seems that I must have pinched the sprocket on the bar. I found that the sprocket wasn't turning after I took it all apart, and did it the redneck way. I jammed a screwdriver in between the two halves of the bar and pried them apart, got the sprocket spinning again, and I'm back in business. I am a little worried that I'm not oiling enough. I started without the bar and it is pushing oil, but this particular saw I do not believe has an adjustment screw for how much oil it pushes, which could also mean I've got debris in the line, but it's running, thankfully. And Okie girl, getting at it. It's probably going to be a two-person job to get that round up on the splitter. We could flip it, you know, make it a vertical splitter just for that.
Yeah.
See what we get. All right. Yeah, these two. This is stuff that's been sitting around waiting to get split. We've got it off the ground so it's not rotting as fast. But still a beautiful day, still pretty windy. But all in all, just awesome. So we're gonna get back to being busy. Goodness. So we decided doing this was less effort than trying to pick those rounds up and laying them down on the splitting bench. We have never used the splitter in this configuration. We don't typically get rounds that are this big, this heavy. So this is actually turning out pretty nice. Just like that. carrying those rounds up. I bet that's 2,000 pounds. Uh-huh. Now we just roll it up onto the tarp and round it and do what you're doing.
This is a lot of firewood, so it's a good thing.
We're not even halfway down that trunk. Now, granted, it's getting smaller, but still, I bet it's still 14 inches in diameter. And this is the smaller. I have another one to do the exact same thing with, and it's bigger. So this is a bit of a problem right here because it's kind of does a little hill and whatnot, and that's what I'm trying to avoid, is getting mud on the log itself, the pole. But we'll just take a brush and scrub it off and it'll be fine. So I think we're going to wind this day up. We got here at a little after 12. It's now a little after 5. We successfully took 25 feet of this tree out of the woods, and we still got a lot left to go. At least another 30. I mean, dang. There you go. The red tails are angry about something. They're squawking, still flying around. We got a lot rounded. It's hard to show you guys. I'm like in reverse angle here. And then we got this big, I think this guy is 6 foot long. But we didn't get this split, but we got it out of the woods. And then we'll go look at the fruits of Crystal's labor. This was here. This is new. That's a rick. Yeah. That's a rick. So anyway, if you made it this far, thanks. Appreciate it. Hopefully as the weather has broken and is getting a little bit nicer out, we'll be out here more often. Hey, there's the outhouse. Let's do it this way. Say bye, Crystal. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. God bless.